Yeah, so I thought of it as an investment, and even when I talked to my dad about the $4,000 loan that he gave us, he too saw it as an investment, as an educational investment, right? Educational because it not only taught us the lesson of money management, of we have to pay this money back, so we either take the loan or we don't. So that's one lesson in and of itself. And then the second lesson is being able to go and learn from someone who's done it is truly an educational opportunity that a lot of times we forget is possible.
So the investment had its return.
It did have its return, yes.
Okay, so tell me, Stacey, because you wrote about education, and it seems like, and from your book, it looks like you always challenge the formal education system. What is your vision about formal education? What is the place of the formal education in the success equation? Let's say.
So I was going to say, I think it's institutions like the one that we're in now, formal education, that really brings people together who might not be brought together otherwise, right? And this is certainly the case in my own experience. There are people who I met where I attended college at NYU that had I not gone to that institution, I would have never met. And those people have made all the difference in my life, not only in the classroom when we were working on projects together, getting exposed to new points of view, how people think about things, the backgrounds that other people have that I never got to experience because of where I grew up. I think that's hugely valuable. And then I think that even translates out, you know, once you're outside of the classroom too, but you've built these connections here, you can draw on all those people's experience and the things that they're doing now in their life to learn even more and help supplement what you're doing. So I think education is, there are lots of ways to learn. I think the formal, like within these walls, is what brings us together face to face to build those deeper connections so that those friendships last on into the future.
Have you graduated after all?
I haven't, so I've only done 2 years, but hopefully we'll graduate at some point in the future.
But what about Teal Academy? You attended? Yes.
So I was a Teal Fellow.
Yeah.
I was awarded with that in 2015. And yeah, so I was going to say I was a part of that program, and I haven't even graduated from that yet. I've still got a few more months.
Okay, but have you learned? What have you learned from Teal Fellowship?
Yeah. So the premise of the Teal Fellowship, Peter Thiel, who was one of PayPal's founders and an early investor in Facebook, basically gives 20 kids every year $100,000 to drop out of college and start a business. The biggest thing that I learned through that has really been, well, there have been a lot of things that I've learned because that was really the catalyst for me to drop out of college a second time to start my next business. There was a lot of pressure from my parents to stay in college, especially since I had already dropped out once before. And my parents, even though I had sold a business, were still like, you have to go get a college degree. And to this day, every time I call them, still say that I need a college degree. So there's that. But the Teal Fellowship was kind of an added stamp of approval that allowed me to go back to my parents and be like, hey, it's going to be fine.
It's ironical because we're here at university with students, with professors, and you basically you give an example of someone who succeeded actually quitting the university. Yeah.
I was going to say, and I think there are lots of ways to do it. I don't think that you have to have college to succeed. I think that college is a place where you should be able to go, you should be able to explore a lot of different fields, you should be able to take classes from people who are authority figures, from people who have learned by doing it, and that gives you that time and gives your brain that time to learn, no strings attached, right? Sometimes we think of college as like this thing that we have to do, there's a lot of homework, why do we have to do this? But college is truly a luxury. It's a time to go and explore literally anything that you want to explore, because when you're running a business, there's a lot more responsibility on you.